Happy Tuesday. Hope you all had a great weekend and had a chance to get out there. I'm not going to do the warm-up today. Your warm-up will be high knees, jumping jacks, do like a 30-second plank, 10 solid push-ups, and then your chain breakers to warm your arms up. You can also add in arm circles, since we're going to be doing some pretty good arm work today. So all arm circles is you're just standing up and you're obviously like making circles with your arms. Just make sure you alternate the direction, and then we'll hop right into it. So the first thing you're going to start up with is reverse push-ups. And if you've seen any of the other videos, I've talked to you guys through these quite a few times. Some of you guys have really seen some great form improvement, so keep that up. I have a little bit of wrist discomfort when I do things on my wrist, like push-ups kind of bother me sometimes. So to aid in that with my reverse push-ups, I just put the weights underneath my shoulders and I set up the same way. So lift up, shift back, and then I'm just doing nice, good set of 25 reverse push-ups to get my triceps fired up. After you do your 25 reverse push-ups, find something you can hop over. It could just be your hockey stick, but I want a little bit more height today, so I'm gonna work on my knees getting up pretty high. So I'm gonna use my little hurdle. I got this, we actually ordered these off of Amazon, so that's a good place to look for equipment. But again, you don't have to go out and buy anything, just find something that hovers a little bit off the ground, like your stick, and you can use that. So all you're doing from these lateral jumps is you're working on your landing and your explosive up and down. So I'm gonna use my arms to help give myself my height. And when I land, I'm also going to make sure I'm landing in controlled fashion, so I'm not landing with my foot hitting the carpet, in this case, at the same time. So I'm doing this straight up and over. Okay, I'm going to obviously do 25 of these side to side, so this should be a pretty good tempo. Driving your knees up, coming over, and landing. So you're going to do 25 of those. And then the next part is your stick skill. And we're just going to do little checks, which are kind of incorporated in a weave situation. So I'll put my cones down. And again, remember your grip. Most importantly, remember your right hand. Give it some grace. Loosen it up on your stick. The idea of this is to really work on dragging the ball across your body in a forceful manner. So you'll do 2 small touches to the left-hand side of your cones, and then you'll come across your body to your right outside the framework of your shoulder. So it's going to be a pretty decently large pool. It's going to look opposite of what I'm saying to you because of the way the cameras are, obviously, on the phone. So using these black cones, you can use your cans. Emily Royster, I believe, you used pink cans. That was awesome. So I'm just over here, checking the ball, little drag, and a big one across my body, right? Same thing again. Check, check, big drag across. Okay, I really see that change of speed. So this is a slower pull, and then this is like your accent point, right? One more time. You're gonna do 25 of these. I have 5 cones set up, so you do the math on how many times you have to go down and back. But this is a great thing for you to do to really work on your hand speed. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to go as fast as you possibly can, especially if you've been getting correction from me or one of your coaches about your grip or your pulls. Really pay attention to the motion across your body and really make sure you're going outside your body. So you don't want to stop your pull here, because who did you eliminate? You didn't really get by anybody. So when you come across here, you really want to come outside of your body. So what that looks like right on in front of the camera, outside. Okay, my foot is here, the stick and ball went outside. So you'll do 25 of those. Keepers, keep it coming with the good stuff. So you guys using some tennis balls to do some hand things, that's a great time to do it now. Some of you have sent me some things where you just take your cones like we have here, or your pink cans, or whatever you're using, and you're getting a soccer ball or a hockey ball and you're just juggling. Whatever it takes, go ahead and do that. Keepers, I encourage you. When we do burpees at the end of this, it's a good time to maybe think about incorporating some of your equipment into your workout, just so you get used to wearing it again. And as it gets hotter, it's just a great opportunity for you to start acclimating to the heat, getting ready for it. So just something to think about. You can also add in, if you're a keeper, a little T-drill. So what that means on a larger scale, with your cones, it wouldn't be this small, obviously, but you would take your cones and maybe you do a side-to-side shuffle up, Shuffle down here, get low, get set. Maybe somebody tosses you a ball here. Then you can come back here, get set again, get another one, and then maybe the next thing, there's a fall on the carpet and you can make a nice clear. If you're working on your left-handed clears, it's a great chance to put a ball there and work on clearing. Maybe you have a brother or sister that can help you reset your cones and your balls. So that's some great options if you're a keeper. Obviously, field players, the little check pulls will work great for you. So that's your sit still component, 25 of those. And then the next thing is bicep curls. You can obviously use weight, like dumbbell weights to do this, okay? I have a tendency to lift unevenly, so I'm actually gonna use my squat bar to help me correct that issue. This is just a normal, I believe this is 45-pound squat bar. So I'm gonna set up my feet underneath my hips. I'm gonna kind of turn on profile to you guys here so you can kind of see, but I want good alignment from the bottom up to my shoulders, obviously. I have the weights resting on my quads right now, but I'm actually gonna pull them off. And all I'm doing is using my elbows to bend and unbend my arms, and I'm controlling this movement. So what that means is I'm not using my hips to make this happen right now. This is solely bicep work. So I'm just controlling it, doing 25 of these. For me, I'm really trying to focus on keeping my shoulders locked down in a way, and I'm trying to keep my rib cage still. Okay, that allows me to really stay in my biceps the whole time. Again, you can use a weight, you can use your stick. If you only have 5-pound weights, or maybe you have some heavy water bottles, go ahead and use what is around your house. You don't have to go out and purchase new equipment to get a good workout in, just remember that. So after you do your bicep curls, it's time for your Russian twist. I'm gonna bring my thumb mat out to help me out with this. I have a weight that I'm using. I think this is 12.5 pounds. So all I'm doing with my Russian twist, I'm on profile to you guys. I'm starting with my feet here, have my weight here. Remember, I want to keep my abs engaged. So I'm remembering to draw my navel back as I do this, having my feet off, and rotating my torso. I'm going to scoot a little bit more forward so you can kind of see. I'm just rotating my torso from side to side in a controlled fashion. I don't like to move too quick when I'm doing a twisting motion since my spine's involved, but that's up to you. I also have a 12-pound weight, so I'm really looking for power when I do this. So do that 25 times. With your weight, you don't have to use a weight if you don't want to. I just like the added resistance. It feels good for me. Then after this is your burpees. Keepers, this is what I was talking about earlier. You're doing your lowers to do this, just to give yourself an added challenge. But when you do your burpees, okay, that wasn't what I wanted to do. Okay, when you do your burpees, just make sure when you do them, you're obviously giving yourself a little bit of air. So I'm up, coming down, and kicking my feet back. Okay, you can lower down to a push-up. That's a great challenge option. Okay, or you can just come back up, explode back up. You're doing 25 of these. Make them solid, make them great. If you learn to love them, they'll be more fun during the season or whenever you see burpees again. And then after you do your burpees, you want to do your figure 4 stretch. So you have 2 ways to do this. You can do this sitting down if you really want to give yourself a breather. So I think we did this the other day when we were working on the outside of our seat, but you would just be here if you're doing it on the ground. Otherwise, if you're doing it standing up, I'm going to take a chair, kind of give you an example. This is kind of how I like to do them. I like to put my foot obviously up on my knee like that, and because I'm all about my posture these days, I want to make sure I'm actually sitting upright like I'm sitting in one of those super fancy office chairs. And then go the other way. Do it again. And then the option to get a little quad stretch in, it's a good option. Do both sides for your quad stretch, and then we get this. After you do your quad stretch, the last thing you just have is 25 heel lifts. I'm going to use my support here. This time you're going to turn your feet out, come into your very best first position. All of my former gymnasts and ballerinas, and you're just lifting and lowering. Make sure your heels connect back when you come back down. So just straight up and down, controlling it. Do 25 solid of those, and that's your workout for today. If If you have any questions, please let me know. And keep sending the inspiration. Keep tagging me, us in social media, so I can share what you're doing with other people. And I'll be back here tomorrow with some more stuff.